Howdy. One thing you hear this time of year is people talk about whether or not it feels like Christmas. And the answer really for everyone every year is the same. For some people they do, and some people don't. We all have those memories of those Christmases where everything just clicked, where our emotions and our feelings and the circumstances of our lives and the experience that we were having was just magical. Everything was wonderful, and it did feel like a season of joy that we all dream about. But we've also had those years where, well, it just fell short. That's the reality of the messiness of our lives. C.S. Lewis, in his book, The Screwtape Letters, warns about linking our faithfulness to a specific emotion, a specific feeling. That if we don't feel a certain way, that maybe God isn't there, that maybe we're not expressing the love that we should, that maybe we're not being the true disciples that God calls us to be. He warned us that we can't let that distraction tear us away from the work that God is doing, failing to recognize that God's revelation and his action in our lives. I mean, look at Mary and Joseph. They were in Bethlehem to do something as mundane as pay taxes. And there were so many other people around them, they didn't have any room at the inn. I mean, for us, that's about as exciting as standing in line at the DMV. But it was at that moment that God came in person to bring us salvation. It was at that moment where God came here at the messiness of our lives to save us from ourselves and the mess that we created. The good news of which the angels sang is still news of great joy. And it's still a cause of celebration. Look what Christ has done for us. Look what God is doing for us. Not because we deserve it, but out of his profound love for us. If you're having that magical Christmas, I'm certainly glad. And if you're not, celebrate anyway. God still loves you. God still wants you to be saved. God still is working to bring you back to him. And that is good news of a great joy. Thanks for listening. Adios.